Hello everybody, Camille Macres here, principal of the School of Inner Beauty. I have been reading some really interesting stuff lately by a lady named Brene Brown. She wrote a book called Daring Greatly and another one called The Gifts of Imperfection. But one of her central themes and topics is the idea of vulnerability, and where true strength and power, connection and love all come from being willing to be vulnerable. And this has been really life-changing for me, and I hope that what I'm about to say to you can really make a difference for you. I spent a lot of years with a big, thick wall up around my heart, needing to be strong. You know, I grew up in a home where I largely had, I had to start taking care of myself at a pretty young age, paying my own bills. I put myself mostly through college, and being vulnerable and letting your guard down, letting people see you and know you was the antithesis of what I thought I was supposed to be doing, because vulnerability to me led to a certain death. That if people saw that vulnerability to me was weakness, and if people saw my weakness, I would be destroyed. And so consequently what happened was, for most of my 20s, I spent doing things on my own. I spent sort of tightly wrapped and wound up in my own, in my own little shell. I had very few romantic relationships. I was convinced that if I let somebody really get to know me, that I would be destroyed. And it was a really sad and lonely place to be. And what's been happening in the last couple of years, and especially this year, has been, just seeing that in a lot of ways my heart was really shut down, and the only way for it to be brought back to life was through opening it up and allowing myself to be seen by others, allowing myself to be vulnerable. And it hasn't always been easy. And I've had, several challenges and opportunities this year that have allowed me to open myself up more. But each time I do, each time I share myself, I share who I really am, I share my challenges and my struggles, it allows me to give a piece of me to the person who's before me, or even now to all of you on this video. And through that, it gives the person on the other side permission to do the same, permission to not have it all together, permission to be seen, permission to be soft, permission to need, and there is such a tremendous gift of love that comes when you're able to let your walls down and share who you really are. Those things about you, you think that if anybody knew this thing about me, they wouldn't like me anymore. Only to find that when you actually share it, that a person is able to love you more. I mean, it's just crazy that, we live so much of the time acting as if everything is perfect, like we have it all together. And yet as soon as we let ourselves be known, then people can come in and alongside of us to love and support us in a way that they never could have with all of those walls up. So today I am giving you an invitation to express something to somebody that you love that you think that nobody could know. And I'm not saying that you need to go share this with anybody or just share it on video to the world like I do, but it's, when you take things that are in the darkness and you bring them into the light, and you really shine that light on them, they stop having that hold on you. And the connection and intimacy that develops with the people around you is so much greater. So that is my challenge for you today. Have a conversation with at least one person and share something with them that you haven't shared before, and just see what happens. Thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this conversation. Bye-bye.